All right, our next speaker is a U.S. representative who did not, I repeat, did not vote stimulus, did not vote CART. Ladies and gentlemen, Louie Gohmert.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that so very much. I tell you, I didn't serve in the Army 4 years and fight my time in Washington so far to come out here and say, hello, comrade, I can tell you that. You know, you may remember back the stimulus bill 18 months ago that our president proposed $160 billion, $40 billion of it was going to go as a rebate to people that didn't even pay taxes. I didn't know the microphone was open there on the House floor when President Bush came by, but it picked me up saying, by the way, President, I want to ask you, how do you give a rebate to people that didn't put any bait in? And it is important to read the Constitution. And I've heard so many and seen so many of you who understand that. And before I took over from district judge to chief justice, I reread the Constitution. And I love the way it's dated so much. I started dating all of my correspondence as in the year of our Lord, 2000 and whatever. Well, I got to Washington and I started dating my official correspondence in the year of our Lord, 2005. And my chief of staff came to me and said, the director of franking, you know, the official mailing for the Capitol, has come and said, if you're going to date your correspondence in the year of our Lord, then you're going to have to use personal postage. You can't use government postage for that. And I said, if he wants to try to go to court and convince people that by dating my correspondence like the Constitution, it's unconstitutional, come on, I'll take that fight any day. And it was like we got to September, we got to the bailout or TARP, and I read the bill, y'all. It was a TRAP trap, and that is what it was for America. And I know there's some decent people that voted for it, and I was pleading, look guys, I'm telling you, read the bill. We've never given one man that kind of authority since we had a Constitution. Read the bill. It's terrible. And after the stock market dropped 777 points on that Monday, after the president, and bless his heart, he's smarter than people give him credit for, he's witty, he's a great guy, but he took bad advice from Hank Paulson. Hank Paulson promised a stock crash if we didn't vote for the bailout. That's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You tell people they're going to have a depression and a stock crash, you're going to have it. And that's what happened that Monday. And then I had people say, look, some of my biggest contributors said, look, you got to just put this stuff aside and vote for it. We can't stand another drop in the stock market. And I went, guys, I read the bill. You can throw me out of office, but I cannot vote for that bailout bill. It is unbelievably bad. So, well, I did read the bill. And how about that crap and trade bill that came to us the other day? Well, I was on the floor saying, look, that 300-page amendment that just got filed at 309, I need a copy of that. I can't read the bill without it. And I said, for all you Democrats that have been down here and saying nobody's going to lose their job, I got a flash for you. Read the bill. It has a climate change allowance in there for everybody that loses their job as a result of this bill. The bill writers whoever the staff was that wrote it knew people would lose their jobs as a result of that bill. And I told the people on the floor, if you will read further, you'll see there's a climate change relocation fund. But it won't get you to China and India and Brazil where these jobs are really going. It just gets you somewhere else. So the bad news, I told them on the floor, you know, if you vote for this bill, you're going to end up having people that vote you out of office. I know that they will. They will when they find out what's in this bill. But I said, I'm here to tell you good news too. When you lose your job as a result of the crap and trade bill, there is a built-in allowance and relocation fund for you when you're sent home. But then again in January, we got a stimulus bill again. And why? $800 billion. That's on top of the $700 billion already. Why did we have a stimulus? Because there is an atmosphere of arrogance that says you're too stupid to spend your own money. You need to let the government do that for you. So that's what they passed. And we were able to rally all of the Republicans not to vote for that bill on that occasion. We got a card check bill passed through the House against so many of us fussing and fighting. Why? Because there's an atmosphere of arrogance in Washington that says you shouldn't be entitled to the secret ballot that the revolution helped establish and protect. You're not entitled to that. So we got card check. Then we got a $400 billion land omnibus bill. Why? Because of an atmosphere of arrogance that says we're better off if the government owns everything. We got a hate crime bill passed through the House because there's an atmosphere of arrogance that wants to control the things you say and the things you think. You go back to your history lessons, and they constantly were quoting Voltaire, who said, I disagree with what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. Well, now the people in charge in Washington are saying, I disagree with what you say, and I'm going to get you fired, tried, and I'm going to pry away everything you own. That is not what the revolution fought for. Then we get to health care. There's an atmosphere of arrogance that says you're too stupid to know what you need in the way of care. And I looked at the different Republican bills, and I looked at the different Democratic bills. The Democrats want government running things. The Republican bills I saw, some of them with the best of motivations, but it puts an insurance company in between me and my doctor. I don't want either one. I've got out my own health care bill. It's the only bill I've heard of where the federal government share goes down year after year after year until it's completely, well, what it does is everybody will have their own health savings account. Insurance will only be on top of that. Nobody can come between you and your doctor. You have a debit card to pay your bill, and you pay what the insurance company and the government does, not that huge inflated number on the bill. We got to get that health care back in the hands of the people that know what they need.